Hunter.
Okay, Hunter news. Fucking hard to come by in the dark days of the hiatus.
It's kind of.
Good.
I mean, when it comes Hunter news is as good as finding a dinosaur right now or dinosaur bone.
Oh yeah. So, so immediately for me, it was good validate. And if anyone doesn't know, there was a recent Togashi interview as a part of a special in Japan. And if anyone doesn't know, basically, Togashi has become self-aware, and he actually came out and said what essentially amounted to, it's come to the point where I either finish Hunter x Hunter or I die first. And so he knows about the pacing that is happening here. And I, as a fan, appreciate that. I appreciate that he knows that. And what I really wanted to talk about this is because to me, it seems like Togashi is aware that as a writer, he's aware that he, at the current pace, he's not going to be able to finish the story. And I think that concerns him because he's a writer that wants to finish his story. Now, there's a lot of things he starts talking about in this. He says things like, I need to finish Hunter x Hunter. It has come to a point where either the story, if this fucking website could stop doing pop-ups, that'd be fucking glorious. It would come to the point where either the story concludes first or I die before it happens. But I do intend to finish it. Now, that part really got me happy because he legitimately says, I intend to finish it. And in this article, in this interview, he goes on to discuss about how other manga have things where like artists will draw and writers will write. And he talked about how he would be a lot better as just a script writer or just the screenwriter, right? So my thing is maybe he actually is getting to the point where he's finally considering hiring an artist to do the art, because that is the part that is hard for him. You know, he has said multiple times that it's the art is the reason he does hiatuses, folks. It's not the story. Like it's the art. The art is hard for him to draw. He has wrist problems. He has back problems. So just everything from this article, we have him saying, you know, that he recognizes that he needs to finish it, and he recognizes that and one last thing I wanted to say too is in this article, and then I'll open up to Thurman's thoughts. In this article as well, he talks about how a lot of people come up to him and say, why didn't you just end the series when Gon met Jing? And he talked about how to him there's just a lot more for this in this world, and I agree. Hunter x Hunter has such just a world full of possibilities. And he basically said that he knows how it feels to be reading a manga and then be like, well, it should have ended there, you know? And whenever I say that, David does the whole cough, cough, bleach, Eisen thing. And, you know, that's a good example. That's a very good example. But so, like, Togashi said, not only as a writer, but also if I detach myself from the manga and look at it as a reader, if I was a reader of Hunter x Hunter, this is Togashi still saying this, if I was a reader of Hunter x Hunter, I would still want it to keep going because there's a lot to do. And me as the writer of Hunter x Hunter, there's still many things in the story that I want to write, and I still enjoy writing it. So all in all, in this interview, he talks about how, one, I was very happy to see that he mentioned multiple times that he is loving writing Hunter x Hunter. He talks about how he has a blast every time he's writing it. He enjoys it still, and he loves doing it, and he's able to write. And he confirmed in this interview, he's able to write whatever he wants. No one's controlling him. He writes whatever he wants. So that's great. He loves it. He's enjoying it, and he wants it to actually finish. No cut-off bullshit. So what I gather from this is, A, he enjoys it, which is why he didn't end it at the Gon Jing thing, which was why for multiple years I had been saying he could have easily ended Hunter x Hunter. He could have easily ended Hunter x Hunter at the Go. It would have sucked, but he could have. But he didn't. So that immediately I was always like, he must enjoy it. And in this it confirms he enjoys writing Hunter x Hunter. So he kept going. Number two is that he intends to finish it or die trying. And I'm glad that he intends to finish it. And I hope that means, since he also mentioned manga that have like other artists, he didn't confirm that he was going to do that, but he mentioned that as a possibility. I hope that he considers, maybe if he thinks he's not going to be able to finish the story in any other way, I would love to see him consider hiring an artist on so he could focus on the story and then actually get us weekly going here. So yeah, just all in all, I'm glad that he really enjoys writing it. I'm glad that he is aware that there are the audience is concerned that it won't finish, and I'm glad that he wants it to finish as the writer. So what's your thoughts, Thurman?
This article kind of confirms a few things, because me as a fan, what we've been getting, because what most fans have been wondering about this is Togashi even still, is he still enjoying writing Hunter x Hunter as a whole? Because I know the chronic back pains aside, like does Togashi himself kind of still have a joy in writing the series? And I'm really happy to find that he actually still is, which is a great thing, because you can tell if someone really enjoys their writing, they're gonna keep going, despite all the hate they get or not. If a manga really enjoys writing their series, they're gonna try their hardest to make sure to keep going until they end it when they end it.
And I also noticed that like the manga, any story where the writer is enjoying making it is usually the best. If they're making it begrudgingly, it becomes horrible.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, I had always assumed that he still liked writing it, because my thing was, if he hated writing it, why would he have continued it from Gon meeting his dad?
Yeah. So my main thing, I'm really happy that ToGodshi didn't ToGodshi.
Never correct yourself, blasphemy.
Never really. He's still enjoying writing, because honestly, I felt like he was bored to see, because there's a lot of long-term fans who are plebs thought that Togashi wanted to end the series a long time ago.
No.
Get just to write with it. So this kind of debunks that. I'm really happy because it was rumored that Togashi was gonna do like 3-part arcs and then end it. But if
there was just to clarify that rumor, there was an interview that he did with Oda, and it was a joint interview where him and Oda talked. And the interview took place directly after the Chimera Ant arc had just ended. The chapters where Komugi and Meruem have their moment where they're playing Genki. And Oda basically said, like, well, I saw the end of your recent arc. That was really well done. And Oda told him that. And then Togashi was like, oh, thank you. And then Shonen Jump was like, what do you plan to write in the future? And Togashi said, I have a small arc planned, and then immediately after it, a much larger arc. I took that to be the Chairman Election arc and then the Dark Continent arc. So I legitimately do think that the Dark Continent arc will be the last arc of the series, but I think it's going to be really, really, really fucking long.
Yeah. So I mean, I'd be okay with that, because the Dark Continent arc is really well done. Because even if that is the last arc, I think
it's going to somehow be one of those like style arcs that like last for, because Bleach had an arc called the Aranka arc that lasted from volume 21 to 48. So if you want to do the math there, so let's see, 21, 31, 41. That's 27 volumes for one arc.
So about I don't think it's gonna 5 to 10 chapters each, right?
Volumes are typically 10 chapters. So I'm trying to think math-wise. That's 270 chapters, which is 40 to 50 chapters per year. So let's go 50, 100, 150, 200, 100, 150, 200. That's like a 5-year arc, 5 to 6 year arc if you're just going straight, zero breaks. So and keep in mind, Togashi, his chapters have a lot more content than a Bleach chapter. So I could definitely see the Dark Continent arc being the final arc of the series, but I think it's going to be an arc that spans fucking years, and not just years in our time, but years in the Hunter x Hunter verse. Keep in mind, you have arcs like Greed Island that span. They were in Greed Island for over a year. You know this, right? They were in that game for over a year. In the Hunter x Hunter time. Did you know that, Thurman?
Yeah.
So like they could very easily be in the Dark Continent. Like Kurapika could very easily be in the Dark Continent, and they have like a big fucking crazy thing, and then Togashi does one of those like, and it's been 15 years and Kurapika never came back for the Dark Continent, and now Goen's gonna go or some shit, which I still would like rather go not go to the Dark Continent, but who knows? Maybe Kilo will go. I don't know, but like I think it's gonna be an arc that is centered around the Dark Continent, and I think that everything's gonna wrap up with the Dark Continent. I think you're gonna have the Phantom Troop probably. I think 90% of the Phantom Troop and Hisoka are probably all gonna. I feel most of them are gonna die. A long time ago in an interview too, I want more interview facts. Togashi once said, "People assume it's a joke," but at one point, an interviewer asked Togashi, "What is going to happen to Kurapika and the Phantom Troop in the future of the story?" Togashi laughed and said, "Oh, they're all going to die." That's real. That's a real interview he had. People assume he's joking, but it's Togashi. So
ToGodshi, you heathen.
Yeah. So they might actually all die. I could see it. But ending that, I could see this arc definitely wrapping up the series because all you need to do, you have Kurapika. He has to get the last of his eyes, and that's Fourth Prince has him. Then after that, Kurapika himself doesn't really have a reason to go to the Dark Continent. He's only on here to get his eyes. So after that, that's Kurapika's arc kind of wrapped up. So then what do you have left? You have Killua. He wanted to find his purpose. Currently, he's showing his sister around. Gon's still a normal boy. Hisoka, if he kills the Phantom Troop, potentially he might go back, try to find Gon to have that fight. I mean, but like in terms of the Dark Continent, I'm trying to figure out who actually is going to go in there because I don't really see a purpose for Kurapika to go there.
I mean, I guess knowing Togashi, he might give us a decent reason. Because I mean, the Dark Continent is essentially what I feel like the Dark Continent is going to be, but it's going to add more plot points to the series, which I'm really hyped about. It's got a lot of answers, a lot of questions that we've had are going to be answered. It's going to be a lot more conflicts, a lot more situations. I feel like the Dark Continent is going to be one of those situations where people who usually wouldn't be interested in it are going to have to be interested in it in some form of degree. You know?
Yeah, I can see that. And I've heard theories like
it was kind of the same with the Chimera Ant arc. Like the Chimera Ant, like the whole point of the Chimera Ant arc, Kite was trying to stomp them out. But then but Gon and Killua themselves didn't necessarily have.
That's actually a good point. Yeah, they had to kind of bring them to have an interest in it, and Kite dying was kind of that interest.
Yeah, because like Gon and Killua didn't necessarily have any interest in the Chimera Ants at all until Kite was involved, until the ants trying to take over the world, and Gon trying to get his revenge for Kite and all that stuff like that. So
Thurman, occasionally you make really good points. I'm proud of you.
So it essentially could be something like that,
Yeah, that makes sense actually. I'll end this chunk of the video off by my actual theory for that. Well, one of my current theories, and this sounds a little weird, but again, that's all I really have currently, is keep in mind that one of the themes of this recent arc has been Kurapika losing his life force, a lot of it, through using this Emperor Time. You know what I mean? And we know for a fact that in the Dark Continent there is a plant that can make you immortal or extend your life.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it comes down to a moment where it's like Kurapika's like he has to use his power in order to achieve his goal, but he can't use his power because it's going to kill him, and he fucking has like a nuts moment where it's like, I gotta become immortal to do my thing, and he has this fucking moment that he has. I don't know, that's a fucking theory I've heard a couple times to get Kurapika into the Dark Continent, but who knows. But anyway, diving back to the interview portion of it, I guess my question is, do you think we're going to see at some point in the future Togashi actually kind of bite down on the pride bullet, like suck up his pride and actually hire an artist?
Honestly, I feel like he's going to have to at this point. Even he realizes that he's going to have to. But the issue is, I feel like he doesn't have to hire someone because he already has a lot of people who have offered to draw this for him. Hell, even his wife has said she would draw the shit for him. So
I don't know if she said it would draw it for him, but she'd certainly help him. I remember.
Yeah.
You have a source for where she said that? What I do know is that in Volume 1, she helped him with the drawings. That was one of the author message in Volume 1, but I don't know if she ever said she'd help him, or just do the art for him straight out. I don't remember that.
I think I read it somewhere. I'm not sure.
Well, you should be 100% sure if you're gonna just state stuff like that, or just say I open it up with I think I read it. You don't want to misinform. Everything I've mentioned is stuff that I know for a fact I've read and is real, and I've checked multiple sources.
The Hunter guy over here, but I'm saying even though
I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, I just don't want to read fake shit.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Even if his wife did help him draw, she could. She's not an amateur, She does have a famous series. Yeah, Sailor Moon is still popular even today. So I mean, she's not an amateur. She knows.
Style and see if that would fit fucking Hunter x Hunter.
I mean, I've never seen the manga of Sailor Moon. Actually, that's the thing. I've only heard of the anime. I've never seen the manga, so I don't know how her art is personally.
Checking.
But I mean, she's not an amateur by any means. She's a great mangaka. Hell.
Oh yeah.
She, even though her wife.
I mean, it's very like manga for girls. I can already. It's just like the. You know, like the. You remember when Carrot fucking like drew pictures of the Straw Hats in the Mirror World?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that.
Yeah, she's even though she was in a rival, her famous series was serialized at a rival company from Jump. #Kodansha.
Do you believe? Cue fucking Snake. Do you believe war can bloom in the battle?
It's kind of one of those Romeo and Juliet of manga type deal.
I write for Jump. Wait, what did she write for? I gotta find it.
Kodansha.
Yeah. She worked for Kodansha.
Wait, double checking.
Shonen Sunday magazine, I believe. It's called Weekly Shonen.
I write for Jump, and you write for Kodansha. I don't know why I'm doing that to the I'm All Out of Love theme, but someone should fucking do a fan art of Togashi and gotta find her name. Togashi and Nayako Takeuchi. Fucking like reaching out. Fucking remember that episode of SpongeBob where it's
yes.
You know the one I'm talking about?
Yes, bro. It's just.
Thurman, we just had a fucking moment. We just had a moment right there.
That was. We got to go half on that.
Wait. Okay. What was the song again? Like.
Stove is a stove, no matter where you go.
People get that. Oh my god.
It's called like an empty stove. Is the name of the song. When SpongeBob was taken away by Plankton, it was so funny.
Yeah.
That's Togashi and his wife.
I'm trying to find it. Yes, I found. Okay, David. I'm gonna make something, and then I want you to fucking live edit it up.
Okay.
Don't be mad, David. It's your one job.
No, I'm just concerned.
Okay.
We have to change the lyrics to it.
We're going improv mode here, and if
manga
bending. Oh, this grill is not a home. Grill is not a home is what it's called. Okay, so yeah. I'm gonna label this here. So this would be Togashi, right? Okay.
Concern.
God. She. There we go. Correct. So this is Togashi. And this, I gotta find her fucking name. Was she a demigod since she's fucked a god, you think?
Yeah, she's demigod. Or she's like, goddess. She's the goddess.
Oh, fuck yeah. She knows. Okay, let me fucking copy and paste her name here. Oh yeah, there we go. She knows. She's the way. Naoko, right? Naoko. Right. And then we have a jump. Jump is over here. This is jump. And then this. Almost done. Yeah.
This is gonna be lit.
Oh my god. Okay. So that's. I'm gonna copy paste that word because fuck spelling that. Kodansha. Okay. Now that's over there. All right, David. I will send you on Discord so you don't whine. All right. Boom. It's gonna be in the group chat. The group chat of Discord here. Boom.
All right. Oh my god, that is now a thing. That did not need to be a thing.
Oh my god. This is beautiful.
This is a glorious shitpost, my friend.
Beautiful.
If anyone's ever made that into a meme, you know what, David? Just keep that as the background for the video. Just keep it for the rest.
I
Okay.
just downloaded that and I'm sharing it.
That's not gonna be copyrighted. That's the
SpongeBob
background.
isn't copyrighted. Nickelodeon isn't stupid.
That episode's too old. They don't care. Oh my god. Just keep it small. Like keep it like semi-small. Like just like medium size.
It's literally the same size as our fucking logo.
Perfect. That's
So
our logo. That's our new logo. That's the rebranding.
So, Rev, for 169 subscribers,
169.
we have to make lyrics for the song and then sing it.
Oh my god! Now I gotta think about that. How would we change? How would we figure that out though? So it's like, okay, I gotta look up the lyrics of that song. Stove is just a stove. I'm almost done. Okay, so we got.
So
Okay,
you two
a
will be
stove is a
singing that
stove.
for it.
No matter where you go, a patty is a patty. That's what I say. A grill is a grill. This is surely so. And fries should be fries either way. But this grill is not a home. This is not the stove I know. I would trade it all away. Okay, so I guess see studio, and I wish studio has like 3 syllables and stove is only 1, so it can't be like a manga studio is a manga. A pen is just a pen, no matter what you write.
Yeah.
A pen is just a pen, no matter what you write. A manga is a manga. That's what they say.
An anime is an anime.
Yeah, maybe.
That depends on the studio.
An editor is an editor.
Yeah, an editor is an editor. That is truly so. And
fans, right?
It's some fries should be fries. So yeah, fans should be fans either way. That actually works a lot. Fans should be fans either way. Okay. Okay. But this. So but this grill is not a home. But this. Oh, fuck. But this magazine. No. But this. No. Fuck.
Magazine. The magazine works though.
No, it's not. Grill is not a home. The grill is a 1-syllable word. You got to match syllables.
Oh, okay.
But this. Yeah. Okay. You know what? We got over halfway there. That's pretty good. We'll work.
Yeah.
But that was amazing. That was a bro moment we just had there. I feel I feel closer to you, Thurman. I feel connected.
The connection is too real right now.
That was amazing. Yeah. The connection over Hunter x Hunter and SpongeBob Hunter x Hunter memes. All right. Well, anyway, that was amazing. So, God damn it. Where were we again? Anything else?
We were talking about.
Oh yeah. So
we're talking about
looking towards the future. Are we thinking? So we know Togashi has made it clear that he really wants to finish it, right? So if you're Togashi and you have this fucking crazy pride, because that's just how, unfortunately, like the culture of Japan does have this like really prideful situation, and older generations kind of susceptible to it. So like let's say put yourself in his shoes. He's got this really crazy amount of pride, but he also wants to finish the series. So it's like, how long, how many fucking hiatuses does it have to be until you're like, wow, I should I either have to pull an Oda and fight through the pain, or hire an artist. So my thing is, next time he comes back, whenever it is, because every time he comes back, I say, maybe this is the time that he won't fucking end after 10 chapters, but it always ends after 10 chapters. So when will the glorious day be that he does not have to end after 10 chapters?
I would say maybe. I feel like
maybe next time.
I feel like once he comes back, there won't be any other hiatuses. I feel like.
Oh God, I hope so.
Because he kind of realizes that he has to step his essential game a bit. He might be like after that 10 chapter, he might be like, okay, I'll take breaks. So I'll have someone else do the art for a bit for these 10 chapters until my back starts to hurt, and then I'll start drawing again. Maybe it'll be like a switch off kind of thing,
Yeah, that'd make the art kind of jarring because it would change a lot.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Hunter x Hunter's art has always been kind of like.
Oh damn.
So like, I honestly at this point I really don't think people would care that much if the art was like wasn't like
quality is one thing, but like the art style changing from chapter to chapter, that'd be weird. I think if anything, he should either commit or not. Like go one way or the other. Commit to another artist if you want to commit to another artist, you know. But don't be fucking jerking me around.
Does he have any anybody under him? Does he have any like proteges?
I don't think so. I think that's the problem with Togashi. I think he's always been a loner.
Because I know at least one mangaka in the industry had like at least some type of has been the editor, or like, you know, I don't know, you know how the manga making process works, you know, it's kind of like they not obviously not all, some have to start from their own, but some have like senseis that they look after. Yeah. Like I know, like
I think wasn't the dude who wrote Fairy Tail like a fucking editor for some manga?
I think so. Oda, I know Oda was the editor for someone who did Slam Dunk, I think, or no, he was the editor for the guy who did Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh, awkward.
I believe that was Oda. I think somewhere it said Oda was the he was like under the guy who wrote Rurouni Kenshin.
Moving on before anyone makes a joke they regret, David.
And then, but you know, but obviously not everyone, you know, some people start from scratch, but most people have like someone that they looked up to help them. Like, you know, have you ever heard of this? If you've never heard of a manga called Sketdan, that like the chief, not the chief, someone from Sketdan was under Togashi from Gintama. And Sketdan is, some people consider Sketdan kind of like a poor man's Gintama because he was under Gintama and has like the same kind of premise. So that's where like kind of draws the line there. But I don't know if Togashi has ever been that type of person. I think he's always been like a solo guy because of Yu Yu Hakusho and stuff like that.
I'm trying to find. I know Hiro Mashima was under someone. I'm trying to remember who it was. I thought he was.
There's a lot of people usually be surprised who's under someone. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's how you kind of start.
Most manga could get there. Yeah, I don't know. No, but I don't think. See, the thing is, I don't think Togashi has a lot of editors. Like, if any. Like, for a while, he had none. He might have a couple now, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
I don't really know if he. That's why I was like, have I ever heard? Togashi doesn't seem like someone who would kind of be under someone. Because even Akira Toriyama had guidance from someone.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. So, like, some authors are more prone to like listening to their editors, and some authors are like, fuck off. And Togashi's definitely the fuck off type.
So it's Thurachi and Oda.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, I'd really like him to. See, I'm torn because I actually really like Togashi's art. I don't care what anyone says. I fucking love Togashi's art.
Yeah, I don't have any issue with his art, to be honest. I don't hate his art.
I love it.
I honestly, I've seen work.
Great style to it. Like it's grown on me like a lot.
You can't really see someone else doing art, huh?
It would just feel weird. It would feel weird to not have his art. It'd be really different. I mean, I'd be okay with it, I guess, but like, ugh, it's weird. And you think anyone else could draw like the fucked up gratuitous violence like he could?
No.
Yeah.
His art is one of a kind.
Oh, I don't know if I could. I don't know if. Oh, Togashi, please, just like. I'm just gonna keep grunting until I think of an answer. I don't know. I think. I just wonder what his situation is because he had a back surgery, and I assumed he'd be A-okay and good to go. My thing is, don't be so extreme with your hiatuses, right? If you want to do like hiatuses, that's fine. Just like do them less often. Like how about you write for 3 months, hiatus for 1 month, write for 3 months, hiatus for 1 month. I'd be fine with that. Anyone would be fine with that. Just do you know what I mean? It's not like it's like, oh well, I guess I don't know. Like you can take breaks. Pull an Oda. Do what Oda does and have a break every fucking third week. Just don't fucking disappear for half a year.
I mean, to be fair, Jump has to force Oda to take those breaks or he won't take them.
Well, yeah, Oda's the opposite because he's a workaholic. But I'm saying that, like, Togashi, he should fucking, I don't know, he should pull an Oda. I don't know. It's just, I'm stubborn and I'm spoiled and I like his art, but what I've always said is if he didn't want to, what?
People are saying what Oda should do is just go to different magazines and have Hunter become monthly.
You mean Togashi? You said Oda.
Oh, Togashi, yeah. People are
Also,
saying he should.
Also, you can't. He can't. They own Hunter x Hunter. They own the right to it. He may be able to do what he wants with it, but they still own the right. So
I know.
He could stop writing if he wanted to, but he cannot change magazine.
Oh no, I'm talking about not like going to like Kodansha or like show. I don't know what the fuck that shit's called. But I'm saying like
go to like Jump's monthly magazine.
Yeah, staying in Shueisha because Shueisha has a lot of monthly. You can go like the Young Jump, which is monthly. But
I suppose. But here's the thing. What people don't understand about the monthly thing is it's the same fucking amount of work. Like a monthly manga has more pages, so it's roughly the same amount of work. Like, I don't understand why people think. I don't understand why people think monthly is less work. Like you like triple the length of a chapter, so it's like you're still doing the same amount of pages.
Yeah, people don't understand that, but people say it would be easier for Togashi if he did that.
It would. I mean, I'm gonna remind myself how long like a Full Metal Alchemist chapter was. Like that was monthly.
A month? That was monthly, really?
Yep. That's why there's only like fucking here. Let me find it.
Wow.
What? Did you never read the manga of Full Metal Alchemist?
No, I never met. I have it in my list right now.
Yep, that was monthly.
I know. There's a few manga that I read that are monthly. Like One Punch Man is monthly. To Love Ru was monthly.
Pretty sure it was monthly. Let me double check that. I'm almost positive it was. Unless I've been wrong for a while.
The serialized in.
I will check in just a second. But yeah, so the chapters of Full Metal Alchemist, because the chapters of Full Metal Alchemist had 40 pages each.
Wow.
Yep. Because I just went to a random fucking Full Metal Alchemist page and had 40 pages. Hold on. Full Metal Alchemist was serialized in monthly shonen. Hold on. I had it scrolled down. It was where did it go? Oh, yeah, monthly shonen Gangen. I don't know what Gangen is, but
it should say if you're using wiki, it should tell you what imprint it is.
Gangen is a manga imprint. Oh yeah, it's owned by Square Enix.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's it's Square.
Yep, and it was It's literally a monthly magazine. So yeah, it was monthly. Yeah, and you can tell it's monthly because it had 27 volumes and yet only 100 and something chapters. Normally, 27 volumes would mean like 270 chapters.
Wow.
Because the chapters were longer.
I thought FMA had like at least like 700 chapters.
Well, again, it's because the chapters are longer.
Yeah, so I honestly I tend to do that. I usually underestimate how many chapters certain manga has. Like hell, I honestly I looked at Bleach and Naruto's chapters. I did not think they'd have at least 600, 700 chapters. I lowballed it and I thought they had like 500 chapters. Mm-hmm. That blew my. I was like, I honestly didn't think Naruto and Bleach had that many chapters as they did.
Well, I mean, like I said, because a monthly chapter it's usually at least double to triple the amount of pages. So usually a monthly chapter of a manga is like 40 to 60 pages because it's coming out monthly. So of course you're gonna get more pages. Thurman.
That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. That's actually good kind of good info to know, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
it's interesting.
But yeah, so I mean, like, I guess final thoughts for me is I hope this means that when he comes back, he fucking, head to the grindstone, fucking really, really, really focuses on finishing. Because as a reader, and honestly, Hunter x Hunter is a show that's kind of every show. Hunter x Hunter has just fucking changed my life. Like it sounds so weird, but if a show is good to you, and like what's cool about fiction is every piece of fiction can impact someone differently, and Hunter x Hunter just spoke to my fucking soul. Like something about it, it's just like the way it's written just speaks to my brain in every single way. And it's just a series that I love so much. And I would love to see the end of it. I really would. And and now it's good to see that the writer also wants to see the ending of it as much as I do. So I would really be happy to see Hunter x Hunter coming out at a weekly pace, because we could really get far in the story. Can you imagine it coming out at a weekly pace and him still cramming as much shit as he does into the chapters? We would get farther than fucking One Piece, if you know, because again, he puts so much shit into his chapters. You're getting way more plot. You're getting way more plot in a Hunter x Hunter chapter than you are in like a One Piece chapter. You know?
Yeah.
Like I would say it about doubles a One Piece chapter usually, with the amount of shit that's put in it, and it like quadruples a Bleach chapter. So like if he was to do normal weekly shit, we could get so much done in Hunter x Hunter. We could get so far in the plot, and even though it's a series, like let's say he does 200 more chapters and ends it, that would seem kind of short for like, you know, like, oh, that would only be, let's say, you know, 500 and something. That's shorter than Naruto, but it would feel way longer than Naruto. You know what I mean? Like if they did an anime, it would somehow have, well, not, let's say that's a bad example because Naruto has a million filler, but like basically the amount of shit he puts into his chapters, even if it had less chapters than like Naruto or Bleach, the story would still feel longer and more comprehensive because of all the amount of shit he puts into his chapter. So if he could start doing that at like a normal weekly pace now, we'd get so much done. Great. So yeah, that's what I hope to see coming back. And this was a great video, Thurman. I loved the bro moment we had. That was amazing. The fact that you immediately knew the SpongeBob thing.
Well, Thurman is well versed in SpongeBob memes.
Absolutely. That's why he's best boy.
But yeah, so Red, here's my
David's fucking peeking in on this one.
Here's my because we've seen Togashi do this before. Do you think it would just
the negative?
Do you think that it would be in his interest if he doesn't want to actually hire a writer to just pitch to like Madhouse or somebody else to have the rest animated?
So I've heard this before, and that would of course that'd be fucking awesome. Like Madhouse did fucking phenomenal with Hunter x Hunter, and if he could pull like a fucking Code Geass and just like get the rest animated, that would be fucking great. Like I do love the manga, I really do, and that would be part of me would be kind of sad that I wouldn't be able to own it in volume form. But if Togashi could just get like a fucking, like if Togashi could just go to fucking Madhouse and like sit in the fucking board meeting and be like, all right, I'm writing the scripts for these episodes now, that would be fucking cool. Honestly, that'd be amazing. I don't see it happening because Togashi is one of those people who wants to have, like, I want it to be my project. You know what I mean? But that would be neat. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Okay.
I don't see it happening.
I don't either, but he did kind of do it with Yu Yu Hakusho, so I mean, there's always that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. You know, because he did say in this interview that he wants. He implied that he meant when he said this, he was talking for whatever he does after Hunter x Hunter. He basically said that after Hunter x Hunter, he'd like to just be a screenwriter for something.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing with Togashi is he strikes me as one of those completionist people, like, oh, I've started it this way, I need to finish it this way type people.
Fair enough. I mean, this is a theory I've seen a lot of, so like,
that'd be cool. I think it'd be cool. I would like it. And it'd be a real Code Geass vibe where like it'd be the first time in a while where I'd be able to be like, I don't know what's gonna happen episode to episode because it didn't have a manga first. You know, that'd be pretty fucking neat.
Exactly.
Oh god, that'd be cool. You know what would be cool if they did do that? If they did like a you know how sometimes like a thing will have an anime and then it'll start as an anime and then they'll make a manga out of it after the fact. Because I'm the kind of person who would want to own the series in a manga too.
Well, for sure. Like,
get Murata and that shit.
Like you own every volume so far, and you continue to pre-order them as they become available. So, I mean, obviously you would want to own them.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the other theory I have. Like the theory that I've been saying for a while was if it really got to the point where he couldn't finish it and he still refused to fucking hire an artist, I say write the rest of the series as a fucking Game of Thrones style book. Novel that shit. You know what I mean?
Well, that isn't working too well for George R.R. Martin right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, George. That's actually a funny comparison because George R. R. Martin didn't he pull what you said Togashi should pull, where he just went to fucking HBO and was like, "You guys finish it."
Pretty much, like the fucking series is ending next year, I believe. It's like now he can just write what they write, and it's like it's fucking canon, bitch.
Didn't George R. R. Martin literally say in an interview they do it better than him anyway?
I believe so. Don't quote either of us on that.
So, but yeah, I mean, it'd be cool. I don't see Togashi doing that because he's a prideful man. Not say I'm not praising him for that because sometimes pride can be bad. But it does seem like from this, it just depends on. I just wish I knew how much his words meant because when he says, "I want to finish Hunter x Hunter," but I'm like, okay, it's hard for me to believe you when for the past like 4 years you've come back, done 10 chapters and failed. So it's like, I'm not usually when I'm in the situation I'm able to be like, yeah, I believe him, but like you've crushed my spirits, Togashi. So I mean, like you got to show me you mean that. So we'll see.
Alrighty.
Final thoughts, Thurman?
Nah, we nailed the coffin there. I really hope he comes back. I hope whatever he does, he doesn't regret his decision. That's all I care about. I'm behind Togashi 100% of the way, to be honest.
Agreed. And I think that as an author, I think any respecting author would never want to leave a story that they've put so much time into unfinished. I feel like that would be like the biggest. I feel like that would be like one of those like big thorns in your side, like that keep you rolling in your grave situation as a writer.
Yep.
So yeah, I hope he does it because I think he amplified in the interview that it's something that would make his readers happy and himself happy to finish Hunter x Hunter. So yeah, I'm hopeful, and we'll see what happens. Peace.
Alrighty. Later.